you're in a good place. Describe to us, how long did it take for you to get there?
Well, I when I first retired, at first it was for health issues. I had ulcer colitis. Then I got rid of all my symptoms, but something happened to me. When I was fighting, it was what being the best in the world was the most important thing for me. I wanted to prove to everybody all the time that I was the best, and my legacy was the most important thing. And then I had a realization at one point. I was like, I don't care about what people I don't know think about me. The only thing I care is the people I love and people who love me. That's what really matters for me. And when that thought process came into my mind, I was like, man, I'm done with it, and I made peace with it, and I don't regret. Not days like today, like makes me remember that I don't miss it at all, and I made peace, and I really enjoy being here as a commentator, to analyze the fight, but to compete, I always had a very hard time to deal with the stress, and I never really liked to fight. I did it to propel myself to where I wanted to be in life, to have the freedom, and when I say freedom, to not only money freedom, but like the freedom of being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want. And that's why I'm here, because I choose to be here, and I like the format of the event. It's a good entertainment, and I'm glad to be here.
George, I mean, you and Anderson have been connected a long time, right? We just got done with that face-off. A lot of people always dreamed of a face-off between you two. Maybe that's a little different than we expected, but what was that experience like for you?
Yeah, I saw him backstage. I told him boa sorte, like good luck in Portuguese, and I wish him the best. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's 47 years old. He's incredible. He told me that he's got an addiction. He can't stop, and I wish him the best of luck. I just hope his journey will not end in a nightmare. Like I hope he's gonna finish on top, and I hope he's gonna have the wisdom to retire on top, with a healthy mind and a healthy body.
What's the relationship like between you two at this point?
Oh, I really respect. It's all about respect, like when we used to compete, it was very competitive. We used to compete in different weight class because even if we never really competed against each other, we wanted to compete to be known as the best, like of our time, and that's what the competition was about. You know what I mean? But it's now. There's something stronger than sport and competition. It's the human side, and when I saw him today, I was just glad to see him, and wish him the best of luck.
George, you talked about the exponential improvement of Jake Paul, time in and time out.
Yes.
What have you made of the Jake Paul involvement in boxing and what he means to the sport?
Well, I've met Jake Paul many times. I used to train in jiu-jitsu with John Danaher and the squad in Puerto Rico, and he was there. And I know a lot of guys that train with him, like coaches and training partners, sparring partner, and they all told me that he trains really hard. He made all the sacrifice that a champion needed to make to become champion. You know what I mean? This whole thing started out as a joke a little bit, and now it's serious. Now it's really serious, and a lot of people, love me, hate me, but don't ignore me. But one thing that you have to respect about Jake Paul is that he step up every single time. That's why he's bringing an incredible, huge audience, because he's living the American dream. Like, every time he step up his game, and he's taking a huge risk every time. He started out to fight a professional athlete, Robinson, knock him out. Then he fought Askren, UFC fighter, knock him out. Then Tyron Woodley, who's a UFC fighter, knock him out. And now he's fighting Anderson Silva, who's a UFC fighter, probably arguably the greatest of all time. So he has the audacity and the courage to step up every time, and he's improving at such an exponential rate that it's hard to predict how good he's gonna look tomorrow. It's incredible.
Hey George, I know you train with Freddie Robinson. Some of the fighters that you like nowadays, are you upset that Crawford and Spence can get made?
In boxing?
Yeah.
My favorite boxer of the modern era is voyons, c'est quoi son nom?
Describe it. We can help you out.
My memory is fought Kovalev.
Canelo?
Andre Ward.
Sorry, Andre Ward. My God,
Why do you like Andre Ward so much?
Yeah, Andrew Ward is my favorite. He's a and my favorite of all time is Sugar Ray Leonard, but of modern days is Andrew Ward because he's what made him so special. It's not that he was the strongest. He was very fast, but he had the most powerful punch. His fighting IQ was just the best I ever seen. He was so smart, and for me, he's also a model of how an athlete should be. You know what I mean? That's why he's my favorite boxer of modern era. You know, Andrew Ward is the best. People forget how good he was, and I'm sure if he wanted to, he could come back and maybe like try to be up there with the champion. You know what I mean? But he's